Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 4, and today we're going to be doing another video on the finale. So episode 23 is going to be a massive episode, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any DC TV videos later this year. So they've been filming the finale for a few days now, and we finally have some photos that have been leaked out from the set via Hollywood North Buzz. So all rights go to them for these photos because they were out there, they took the photos in Vancouver, so go check them out on Twitter. They release a load of photos from a load of different TV shows and it's really awesome to see these little scoops. So obviously we don't have the details as to these scenes, but there's been some filming details that were released and I talked about that in another video. I gave a theory about it potentially being time travel, so I talked about that before we actually got these photos, so it was just a filming description, and now we've got these photos. I'm sort of veering away from the time travel thing, although I think it definitely could happen and I would be satisfied if it would happen, but we're going to be talking about some other stuff, some discrepancies with that theory in this video. So as you can see, the set photos that Hollywood North Buzz actually took show the original Thinker back on set. So that's obviously Neil Sandilands, who actually played the first Thinker that we saw over the first part of the season, and who personally I think is the best Thinker. So it's really awesome to see he's back and he's in his chair, and look what's behind him. So he's in front of the bus that, you know, the big occurrence of the season happened. That's where the bus metas were actually created, and it's at the exact same intersections, so the exact same place in Central City where Barry exited the Speed Force and created those bus metahumans. So in the filming description it says they're shooting a flashback scene. So moving away from the time travel aspect of one of my theories, I'm going to present to you guys a new theory. So this is a flashback, right? So it seems like this flashback has been altered, so maybe it's the Thinker actually altering Barry's memories, considering the fact that the Thinker is here, and in that original scene the Thinker wasn't there on his chair, and also Barry wasn't there as his normal self, because from behind the scenes photos we can see that Grant Gustin was actually on set shooting that exact scene where the Thinker was, and he has his cowl off. So that leads me to the idea that yes, this is probably not reality. And considering the filming details says it's a flashback scene, I'm thinking that maybe the Thinker's actually altered Barry's memory and he's actually entered that same memory of where the bus metas were. And considering it's the finale, Barry's going to be looking back at everything that he's done throughout this entire season. I think this will be a moment that the Thinker will use one of his new metahuman powers to actually go into Barry's memories and implant both of them there, and Barry will have to consider the possibilities of how to stop the Thinker. And I'm fairly certain this is fairly early on in the episode, and I guess the penultimate episode will actually set up the scene and the idea of what's going to be happening in the scene. So this is all theory, but it's really great to see that Neil Sandilands is back. So somehow he gets his old body back, and that leans more into the Ralph theory of him actually using Ralph's body to make him go back to his old appearance, because that's his original appearance, and I'm sure, as anyone would, he would want to go to his old appearance and not to have someone else's appearance be his actual body and his face. And yes, although I've seen that Hartley Sawyer was posting on Instagram that he's in Vancouver, obviously that could just be flashback recordings, because we know that this is some sort of flashback scene as it's said in the filming description, so maybe they do some flashbacks and Ralph could be there. I do think that Ralph should die, and I think that Ralph will die, and I think the reason why Hartley Sawyer hasn't been on set recently is due to the fact that he will probably die and he should die, but the reason why I think he's back in Vancouver is probably to shoot extra scenes just for flashbacks and things like that, because Barry will definitely, in my opinion, be considering the options of what he has. Will he go time traveling? Will he do something else? What's going to happen in this massive finale? So DeVoe is still around in the finale. There is going to be a big fight of sorts. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full-on physical fight, because DeVoe's not the most physical villain, but there will be some sort of epic climax to this finale. So anyway guys, if you did enjoy that theory video, tell me your theories down in the comments below, and tell me if you agree with the theory of this being an altered flashback scene of sorts. And so the original DeVoe's back, which is really awesome. Tell me if you're hyped for that. And anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like charity.